Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid.
Wrestling, a contest of strength, agility, and strategy, holds a hallowed place in human history. From the dusty arenas of ancient Greece to the vibrant akharas of India, wrestling has transcended cultural boundaries. The ancient Olympics showcased wrestling as a core discipline. In Japan, sumo wrestling evolved into a ritualistic spectacle, steeped in tradition and reverence. From the sands of Senegal to the highlands of Mongolia, wrestling has bound communities together, providing entertainment and celebrating human strength. While traditional wrestling celebrates raw athleticism, a different breed of spectacle emerged in the 20th century: professional wrestling. This uniquely American art form blended athleticism with theatricality, creating a world where good battled evil in choreographed displays of strength and showmanship. The men and women who step into the ring are incredible athletes, possessing strength, agility, and an almost superhuman tolerance for pain. They endure grueling training regimens and risk serious injury to entertain audiences worldwide. Professional wrestling embraces storytelling and character development as cornerstones of its appeal. At the heart of professional wrestling's allure lies a sacred pact between performer and audience, the suspension of disbelief known as kayfabe. Wrestlers embodied their characters both inside and outside the ring, perpetuating the illusion of genuine rivalry and animosity. Kayfabe was more than just a performance, it was a way of life. Wrestlers traveled together, maintained their on-screen personas in public, and even engaged in staged altercations to protect the business. Fans, captivated by the drama unfolding before them, willingly embraced the illusion, investing emotionally in the characters and storylines. Several factors contributed to the unwavering commitment to kayfabe. Maintaining the illusion of legitimacy was crucial in a time before the internet and social media. Kayfabe protected the wrestlers themselves, shielding them from being perceived as actors rather than legitimate tough guys. The wrestlers' lives outside the ring were shrouded in secrecy, adding to their aura of unpredictability. This carefully constructed illusion created a world where anything felt possible. While kayfabe fueled professional wrestling's rise to prominence, it also came at a cost. Wrestlers often found themselves living double lives, their true identities subsumed by their on-screen personas. The pressure to maintain the illusion was immense, leading some to struggle with their personal identities and mental well-being. Furthermore, the culture of secrecy surrounding kayfabe sometimes shielded unethical and exploitative practices within the industry. The unwavering commitment to kayfabe would eventually contribute to its darkest chapters. Before the rise of wrestling empires, a different landscape defined the industry: the territories. Across the United States, regional promotions operated within loosely defined geographical boundaries, each a self-contained universe of heroes and villains. Promoters, bound by mutual agreement, avoided encroaching on each other's turf, preventing talent poaching and maintaining a semblance of order. This system ensured a steady stream of live events for fans and provided wrestlers with a structured path to stardom. Vince McMahon Sr., patriarch of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, fiercely defended this traditional system. Vince McMahon Jr., inheriting his father's empire in 1982, possessed a different vision, a vision that would irrevocably alter the wrestling landscape. Ambitious and fiercely competitive, McMahon Jr. envisioned a national, even global, wrestling juggernaut. His national cable television deals brought WWF programming into homes across America, exposing audiences to a flashier, more character-driven product. Rival promoters, caught off guard by McMahon's aggressive tactics, found themselves struggling to compete. McMahon's relentless pursuit of talent, often luring away established stars with lucrative contracts, further weakened his competition. McMahon's dismantling of the territory system, while undoubtedly ruthless, ultimately proved transformative for professional wrestling. The influx of talent from across the country raised the bar for in-ring performance, forcing wrestlers to constantly innovate and improve. WrestleMania, McMahon's brainchild, transcended the realm of wrestling events, becoming a cultural phenomenon. The event's blend of athleticism, spectacle, and celebrity appearances captivated audiences worldwide. However, the demise of the territories left countless wrestlers and promoters unemployed, their livelihoods shattered by the industry's rapid transformation. The demise of the territories, while paving the way for WWE's dominance, left a trail of casualties in its wake. Independent promoters, once pillars of their communities, found themselves struggling to survive in a landscape dominated by a single entity. Wrestlers, once guaranteed a steady income within their designated territories, faced an uncertain future. The road, a wrestler's second home, became a grueling test of endurance, with long drives, late nights, and the constant pressure to entertain taking their toll. The camaraderie and support system that existed within the territories began to erode as competition for limited roster spots intensified. Despite the turmoil caused by WWE's expansion, a glimmer of hope emerged from the ashes of the territories. The influx of diverse talent from across the country injected a much-needed dose of creativity and athleticism into the industry. No longer confined to their regional styles, wrestlers began incorporating elements from different schools of wrestling, pushing the boundaries of in-ring performance. The emergence of Hulk Hogan, a charismatic powerhouse marketed as the ultimate American hero, captivated audiences nationwide. WrestleMania, conceived as a showcase for WWE's biggest stars, became a cultural phenomenon, drawing record crowds and cementing WWE's position as the industry leader. Behind the glitz and glamour of WWE's rise, however, a darker side of the industry began to emerge. The relentless schedule, coupled with the pressure to maintain their physiques and entertain audiences, took a toll on the wrestlers' physical and mental health. Pain became a constant companion, masked by painkillers and anti-inflammatories. To cope with the demanding lifestyle and enhance their physiques, many wrestlers turned to steroids, a decision with devastating long-term consequences. The seeds of a health crisis, one that would claim the lives of far too many wrestlers, had been sown. The 1980s marked a period of unprecedented growth for professional wrestling, but behind the scenes, a dangerous trend was taking root. Wrestlers, driven to achieve the larger-than-life physiques demanded by the industry, increasingly turned to anabolic steroids. These powerful drugs, readily available and often overlooked by a business prioritizing entertainment over athlete well-being, promised rapid muscle gain and enhanced performance. However, the consequences of steroid use were severe and far-reaching, including heart disease, liver damage, and hormonal imbalances. The pressure to maintain their physiques, coupled with the grueling travel schedule and constant risk of injury, created a perfect storm for addiction and tragedy. Steroids were not the only demons plaguing the wrestling world. The physical toll of performing night after night led many wrestlers down a treacherous path of painkiller addiction. Injuries, often ignored or masked by temporary fixes, became chronic conditions requiring ever-increasing doses of medication. The wrestling industry, with its culture of secrecy and its reluctance to acknowledge the dark side of its entertainment, often failed to provide adequate support for its athletes struggling with addiction. Many wrestlers, accustomed to enduring pain and pushing through adversity, suffered in silence, their struggles hidden from the public eye. As the tragic consequences of steroid abuse and substance addiction became impossible to ignore, the wrestling industry faced a reckoning. The deaths of several high-profile wrestlers, their lives cut short by heart failure, strokes and overdoses, sent shockwaves through the business and forced a long-overdue conversation about athlete well-being. WWE, under increasing scrutiny from fans and media alike, took a proactive stance, implementing a comprehensive wellness policy in 2006. The policy introduced mandatory drug testing, banned certain performance-enhancing substances, and provided access to counseling and rehabilitation services for those struggling with addiction. While not without its critics, the wellness policy marked a significant step towards creating a safer and more sustainable industry. The 1980s witnessed a resurgence of professional wrestling's popularity, fueled by a perfect storm of charismatic stars, savvy marketing, and a growing cable television audience. At the forefront of this renaissance stood Hulk Hogan, a larger-than-life hero who embodied the aspirations of a generation. Hogan's all-American persona, with his chiseled physique, signature bandana, and booming Hulkamaniac's rallying cry, resonated with audiences hungry for a hero they could believe in. Vince McMahon, recognizing Hogan's mass appeal, shrewdly capitalized on his popularity, transforming WWF into a global entertainment powerhouse. WrestleMania, launched in 1985, became the industry's flagship event, a spectacle that transcended the world of wrestling and captured the imagination of millions. The event's blend of athleticism, theatricality, and celebrity appearances, epitomized by Hogan's legendary showdown with Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, solidified WWE's position at the forefront of pop culture. Wrestling was no longer a niche pastime, it was a cultural phenomenon, captivating audiences worldwide. The surge in wrestling's popularity extended far beyond the squared circle, spilling into the world of merchandising and captivating the imaginations of children worldwide. WWF action figures, with their exaggerated features and limited articulation, became ubiquitous, found in toy boxes and schoolyards across the globe. These rubberized representations of wrestling icons allowed children to reenact their favorite matches and create their own wrestling fantasies. The popularity of these figures transcended traditional toy marketing, but WWF action figures weren't just toys, they were cultural artifacts, symbols of a generation captivated by the larger-than-life characters and storylines playing out on their television screens. Beyond action figures, the wrestling merchandising empire expanded to encompass everything from lunchboxes and bedsheets to video games and animated series. The WWF Saturday morning cartoon Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling brought the animated antics of Hulk Hogan and his fellow wrestlers to living rooms every week, further cementing their status as pop culture icons. Section 3. Creative bankruptcy, the decline of the storylines. As the 1990s dawned, wrestling faced creative stagnation. Storylines became outlandish and nonsensical. Characters turned into caricatures, caught in bizarre narratives. Emphasis shifted to shock value and gimmicks. Wrestlers were saddled with ridiculous characters. The King of the Ring devolved into nonsensical storylines. The Katie Vick angle exemplified the decline. It highlighted WWE's creative bankruptcy. This led to a decline in viewership and fan interest. Fans grew disillusioned. The magic faded, replaced by predictability. Wrestling needed a creative rebirth to recapture fans. In the 1990s, WWE faced a fierce rival, WCW, led by Ted Turner. Turner used his resources to boost WCW with star power and financial backing. WWE's Raw and WCW's Nitro battled for ratings on Monday nights. WCW's New World Order storyline with Hogan's heel turn captivated fans. The rivalry was intense, both on screen and behind the scenes. Facing an existential threat from WCW, WWE underwent a radical transformation, ushering in the infamous Attitude Era. Gone were the cartoonish characters and family-friendly storylines of the Hulkamania era. In their place emerged a grittier, more adult-oriented product pushing the boundaries of taste and decency. The Attitude Era reflected the late 90s cynicism and rebellion. Icons like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock captivated audiences with their rebellious attitudes. The era was not without its controversies. Storylines became increasingly sexually suggestive. The line between entertainment and exploitation was often blurred. The Montreal Screwjob epitomized the cutthroat nature of the business. The incident blurred the lines between reality and fiction, raising questions about the industry's ethics. Despite controversies, WWE emerged victorious from the Monday Night Wars. Acquiring WCW in 2001, Vince McMahon seemed untouchable. However, the wrestling industry faced a reckoning. Allegations of misconduct and financial impropriety surfaced. In 2022, allegations against McMahon himself emerged. A Wall Street Journal expose revealed hush money payments. Facing pressure, McMahon announced his retirement, ending his reign. The allegations against Vince McMahon sent shockwaves through the wrestling industry, exposing a dark underbelly of exploitation and abuse. His departure signaled a seismic shift in power. Paul "Triple H" Levesque stepped in as WWE's creative head, ushering in a new era. He brought fresh perspectives to storytelling and talent development, showcased a diverse roster, and emphasized wrestler well-being. WWE is addressing past mistakes and evolving. The industry reflects societal issues of power and accountability. A new generation aims to build a brighter, more equitable future.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me